Alright guys, we are finishing SRT 8 here today, and we got some story problems. Woo! Ready to go? These story problems are they are killers. I mean, you are going to laugh, and you're going to love drawing these diagrams. They are just, woo! Piece of the pie. Alright, so I got first two definitions we got to talk about. First of all, angle of elevation, angle of depression. Okay, what are these? Okay, elevation. Alright, well, it's the angle formed by a horizontal line in an observer's line of sight of an object above. Yep, I know, I'm doing the old mousey. Okay, above the horizontal line. So I want you to illustrate this for you. Alright, so let's say this is my eyesight, right? You guys see this? Okay, I'm looking out this way, right? Can you see it? Okay, that's my eyesight. Now when I elevate somebody and I'm like, oh, you are so awesome, you're so cool. What does elevation mean? I look up to them, right? I look up to them. So the angle of elevation means, if I'm looking straight on, elevation means I'm going up. Okay? Sorry, I need to look this way, don't I? Oh, yeah. Alright. Angle of elevation goes up. Okay, so your angle of elevation is going to be up from that horizontal line. This is your angle of elevation, okay, because this is if you were looking straight ahead. This is if you are looking up. Oh, okay, elevation. Okay, all right, angle of depression. You guys ready for this? Angle of depression. Angle of depression is the angle formed by the horizontal line of observer's line of sight if the object of an object below the horizontal line. So here's my line of sight, right? I'm looking out. Now if I'm depressed or somebody just said something that I'm ashamed of, I'm going to look down, right? So here's my original line of sight. I'm gonna look down and be ashamed. I'm depressed. Oh, they didn't like my video last time. Okay, that's my angle of depression. So angle of depression is going to be this bad boy right here. Okay, so we have angle of elevation, which is your up, right? And then you got your angle of depression, which is down. Okay. Alright. Good, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Alright, here we go. Here's some fun story problems for you. You have a 15-foot banister to install on a staircase. Alright, so I'm going to start drawing some stairs here. Alright, there's my stairs. It's pretty awesome, huh? Okay, the angle of elevation. Alright, well now here's my horizontal line, right? Okay, angle of elevation would be going up. Right? Remember how I said angle of elevation is going up, right? So the angle of elevation is 28. So from here to here is 28. You want to know if you can jump from the top of your... Oh, and it's a 17-foot banisters too. So I know this is 17 feet. This is degrees. Don't get those two confused. That's an angle. That's a side length. You want to know if you jump from the top of the stairs, if the vertical rise... what is my vertical rise? Well, so here's my staircase. I don't know. Can you view this? All right, here's my staircase. I want to know if I jump over the banister here. All right, here's my banister at the top of the stairs. How far will I fall if I jump over the banister? Okay, I'm gonna call it H. Okay, my mama told me if I jump more than 10 feet, I will break my ankle. All right. Will you break your ankle if you jump straight down off the stairs? Okay, I love these answers because it's not a number. It's will you break your ankle or not? So here we go. How could we do this? Alright, well first of all, I'm going to label out my sides. And I know this is my opposite. That's kind of confusing with H being height. This is my opposite. This will be my hypotenuse because it's the longest side, and this is going to be my adjacent. So I need to use my opposite and my hypotenuse, right? Because I I want to know opposite. I know my hypotenuse. So which uses OH? Hey, wife, how are you?
You are so awesome. You are so cool. You are so amazing.
She's elevating me. Look it. I'm going up, guys. She's elevating me. All right. We need to elevate each other. Wouldn't that be awesome if Craig High School is known as a school for elevating people, not depressing people? I know what you're thinking right now. Geometry is depressing me. Okay, which one uses O over H? That would be sine. So I'm going to do sine of 28. So my sine of 28 will equal, okay, my opposite, which I don't know. You say that's my height of my stairs, over my hypotenuse, which is 17. Alright, so then from here on, it's calculator work, and how do I get rid of divided by 17? I'm going to multiply by 17 on both sides. And that cancels out there, and I am left with my height equals 17 times the sine of 28, which I get a final answer of H, my height, equals 7.98. Alright, so now remember, the question wasn't how high is it? It says, will I break my neck or break my ankle? And remember, Mama said, if it's more than 10 feet, I will break my ankle. Well, I am not more than 10 feet, so I am safe to jump. Safe to jump. Alright. Okay, there we go. There's my final answer. Nice, right? This next one's especially good. You ready? You ready for this one? Your cat is stuck up a tree. The tree is on fire. You are standing 20 feet away from the base of the tree. After all, you don't want to catch the fire. The angle of elevation... Ooh, okay, alright, okay, hold on. I'm starting to read angle of elevation, so I'm going to draw my straight line. Angle of elevation goes up from that straight line. The angle of elevation is 65 degrees. If your cat fell straight down, how far would it fall? Alright, so here's this burning tree. Alright, you guys see this thing right here? Alright, that is a perfect tree. Let's add some flames here. Alright. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to draw a cat because I'm no good at that. But, alright, so here's your tree. Here you are. Stick figure man. Alright. Save me! Alright. So how can we do this? Standing 24 feet away from the base. So I am 24 feet away from the tree. Okay, you guys got this picture down? Alright, now if you look closely at the tree here, you can... Like I said, you guys, you never know what to expect in a geometry video, guys. Alright, we're cruising along. Gotta move it. Okay. Hopefully we won't have any more scares like that. But we want to know how big is the fall going to be for my cat? How big is the fall? Alright, so what do I know? This is my opposite. This is my hypotenuse. This is my adjacent. Okay. So I know my adjacent. I want to know the fall, which is O. So I'm using A and O. Which one's A and O? I believe that is tangent. Tangent is O over A. TOA. Alright, so I want to know the tan of 65. That should equal O. Okay, we'll say O, fine. O over A, which is 24. So what is my opposite? Okay, well, once again, how do I solve this? I'm going to go multiply by 24. Multiply by 24. This is just algebra. Algebra, algebra. Cancel that out. Boy, you get a scare, a song, and some awesome artwork. This is like, I mean, talk about the talented Mr. Sheevy. So tan of 24 times the tan of 65. 24 times the tan of 65. That opposite. Whoa, holy shnikes. Holy shnikes. That cat is going to fall 51.468 feet. Holy shnikes. The angle of elevation. If your cat fell straight down, how far would it fall? Don't forget, if it's a story problem, then you put a label on it. If it's a story problem, then you put a label on it. Okay, make sure you put a label on it. And it is 51.48 feet. That cat, I think, has just lost a life. Or two. Might have lost two. Might have lost a life in the tree. And it might have lost a life when it fell down. Either or, you know what I like to say. I like cats. Okay, they taste like chicken. And a joke now. Wow. So you got art, a scare, a joke, math. I don't know. It's just everything. You're getting everything here. The whole kit and caboodle. You get a kit and caboodle. Alright, we're going to skip over the next couple. And I'm going to do the skiing down the mountain one. And then I'm going to have you guys go over, I think, yeah. So you guys do the angle of elevation for the driver one. We're going to do the skiing one just because that one says something else. You got a picture here. You are skiing down a mountain with an altitude of 1,200 feet. Okay? Using the angle of elevation to determine approximately how far you ski down the mountain. Alright.
My amazing, awesome, cool husband makes good.
Woo! Yep, I made cookies today, guys. I made cookies. So here's my angle of elevation here. Okay. Alright. Alright, now I had to, sorry, I paused it because it's talking about the angle of elevation here. You use the angle of elevation. Well, this wouldn't be the angle of elevation, actually. This would be the angle of elevation. And so I want to just pause it and get my thoughts straight. I want to know exactly how far my x is. Well, 62 degrees is here, and I know this is a right angle. Would you agree that's a right angle? So if 62 is here, what is going to be this angle of elevation? And before this gets too completely, utterly ugly, let's think about it. And you should be shouting out, if that's 62, this one must be 28, right? That must be 28 degrees right here. Okay, that is my angle of elevation. Okay, so 28. All right, I want to know this side. And I actually do know this here. This is 1, 2, 0, 0, because it's the same side length as this over here. Okay, so I have my, once again, I know my opposite, and I want to know my hypotenuse. Which one uses opposite over hypotenuse? You should be saying sine. Alright, so I'm going to do the sine of what degree? I'm trying to find out this triangle here, not the one above. I'm trying to find out this triangle. So what angle do I want? Do I want 62 or 28? I want, actually, the sine of 28. Alright, so sine of 28 should equal the opposite, which is 1, 2, 0, 0. We're almost done, guys. Don't worry. All over my hypotenuse, which is x, baby. Alright, now remember, this is the weird one, because actually x is on the denominator, so I need to get x out of the denominator by multiplying by x on both sides. Okay, if I do that, that's out of here. Now, I have x equals times x times sine of 28. Remember, those should have parentheses around them. Equals, I'm running out of time here, 1,200. Alright, so since this is multiplying here, I want to divide by sine of 28 on both sides. So I'm also going to divide on this side by sine of 28. This cancels out, and I am left with x equals 2,556.